أهلا بيكم طالبات وطلاب جريد 1 بريب. برحب بيكم في حلقة جديدة وأول مراجعة لينا في الماث تحت رعاية وإشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. النهاردة إن شاء الله we are gonna focus on the main important points to be ready for the test soon. So let's get started. Algebra and statistics review. Question 1. Complete each of the following questions. 2 1/5 multiplied by a missing number equals 1. First of all, we have to know any number multiplied by its reciprocal, it's 1. So we are gonna multiply 5 times 2 plus 1 to rewrite it as a mixed number or as an improper fraction. It's already as mixed number. So here we have 5 times 2, which is 10, plus 1 equals 11 over 5. What is the reciprocal of 11 over 5? We are going to flip the fraction, so it becomes 5 over 11. So the correct answer is 5 over 11. The second one, if the order of the median of a set of values is 14th, then the number of these values equals what? So here we have a rule and we can do it mentally. For example, if we have 14 in the middle, this is the order of it. So this is only one value in the middle. So how many values before it? Should be 13 values. And how many values after it? 13 from the definition of the median. The middle value after ordering them from least to greatest or the opposite. So totally we have 13 and one value and 13. So all of them are 27, or we are going to use the order of median, which is n plus 1 over 2. And when we apply it, we will get the value of 27 values. So one more time, 14 is in the middle and 13 before it and 13 values after it. All of them are 27 values. Number 3, 18 hundredths or 0.18 minus 30%. Let's do it on the glass board to be clear. If we have this example, which is 0.18 minus 30%. First of all, we have to write both of them at the same form. بمعنى, هنا we have decimal and percent. Both of them should be at the same form. Decimal, decimal, or percent, percent, or fraction and fraction. So I'm going to rewrite 0.18 as 18 over 100. Why 100? Because here we have two decimal places, 1 and 8. And also 30%, it means 30 over 100. Now we have the same denominator, so we are going to put it as it is. 18 minus 30, it's negative because we start with a small number. And then subtract 30 minus 18, which is 12. If there is no choices on the exam, so it's up to you to write it like this way or convert it as a decimal. So it's negative 0.12. That's it. Thank you. Now we have number 4. 7x to the power of 3, y to the power of 2 times what equals 21x to the power of 3, y to the power of 5. And as we knew before, in multiplication, add the exponents, or on division, subtract the exponents. So here, 7 times what equals 21? It's easy to do, which is 3. And then x to the power of 3 times what equals x to the power of 3? Of course, times 1. So no need to write x. And y to the power of 2 times what equals y to the power of 5. We are gonna add something for 2 to be 5. So it's y to the power of 3. So the correct answer is 3y to the power of 3. And after that we have number 5, 2x minus 3 and x plus 5 equals, we have missing number in the middle, so 2x to the power of 2 plus a missing number minus 50. So the middle number we can get it by multiply the means, which are negative 3 and x, and also multiply the extremes. So 2x times 5 equals 10x. Here we have 10x. Then negative 3 times x is negative 3. Add them. So 10 minus 3 is 7. So the missing number is 7x. Okay, then question 2. Choose the correct answer from those given questions. The rational number that lies on third of the way between 8 and 12 from the smaller is. Here we have a rule and we have to write it to apply it. So let's do it on the board. Number 1, the rational number that lies on third of the way between 8 and 12 from the smaller is. Here we have the smaller number, which is we have a rule, so let's write it. Equals what? We have to write the smaller number plus 1/3 times the distance. Okay, how can we get the distance between 8 and 12? We are gonna subtract, so the distance is the absolute value of 12 minus 8, and because of the absolute value, no need to order them. You can subtract them from the smaller or from the bigger. So 12 minus 8, which is 4, and the absolute value of 4 is 4. So let's return back. The smaller is 8, of course. We have 8 and 12. So 8 plus 1/3 times 4. The distance is 4. How can we do it? 8 as it is. And 1 times 4 is 4/3. To simplify 4/3, we will get 1 as a whole. Then the remainder is 1/3. How can we do it? By long division. 4 divided by 3 is 1, and the remainder is 1. We have to put the same denominator. So totally we will add 8 plus 1, the whole plus the whole, which is 9 and 1/3. That is the final answer. So here we have choices. I'm gonna clear this one. Here it is, the final answer is 9 and 1/3. Another one. If the mode of the values 7, 5, x plus 4, 5, and 7 is 5, then x equals what? What is the meaning of mode? The mode is the most repeated value. Okay, here we have 7 2 times, and we have 5 2 times. The mode is 5, so the 5 is repeated more than 7. So this term or this number should be 5. X plus 4 equals 5, so x is 1 to be repeated more. And we have choices 1, 4, 5, or 7. The correct answer is 1. Then We have triangle plus square equals 20 and triangle plus square equals 35. Then the triangle equals what? And we have choices. The better way, here we have choices, so let's try the choices or solve it as an equation. If I have 15, let's try 15. Here, I'm asking you about the triangle value. So let's put 15 plus something here equals 20. And then 15 plus 15 instead of the triangle plus something equals 35. So in the first one, 15 plus a number equals 20. In the second one, 15 plus 15, which is 30, plus something equals 35. What do you see? Let me compare between two. Here we have 15 plus a number equals 20 and 30 plus a number equals 35. When we put 5, we will get the square value. What about the triangle value? I should pick 15 because we tried 15. So the correct answer is 15. Then question 2. Also here we have choices. Okay, the arithmetic mean of the set of values 1, 6, 4, 8, and 6 is, and here we have choices. So we need to add them. The mean, we have to add the values, divide by the number of values. So we are gonna add 1 plus 6 plus 4 plus 8 plus 6, then divide by 5 because we have 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. So I'm going to divide by 5. When you add them, you will get 1 plus 6, and here 7 plus 4, 11, plus 8, 19, plus 6 is 25 over 5. So the final answer is 5. Number 5, if 2 over 5x equals 10, then x equals what? So as we said, when you multiply any number by its reciprocal, we will get 1, but here we don't have 1. So how to solve this equation? I'm going to change the color here. I'm going to multiply by, or here, I'm going to do the opposite between 2 over 5 and x. What is the relationship between 2 over 5 and x? There is no sign between them. That means multiplication. And the opposite is division. So actually we need to divide this 10 or both terms. Here we have both sides. We are going to divide by 2 over 5. So it's 10 divide by 2 over 5. What about the first side? They will cancel each other. 2 over 5 divide by itself equals 1. So x equals 10 divided by 2 over 5. And when you divide, do you remember KFC? Keep the first one as it is. Flip the second one. So it will be 5 over 2. And C is for change division to multiplication. So it will be, this 10 is actually over 1. No denominator for it. So it will be 50 over 2, which is 25. So the final answer is 25. Here it is. The same steps. Number 6. 0.7 plus 0.3 above the 3 means, above the 3 there is a dot, and that means 0.333. 3 is repeated for many times, okay, or forever. Okay, to add them, we have choices here. 1, 3.7, 0.37, or 1 and 1/3, 1 over 30. So let's add them. 0.7 plus 0.333, as I said many times. So arrange the decimal points under each other. So here we have 0.7 plus 0.3 forever. Okay, when you add 7 plus 3, you will get 10. How can we write this 10? 0 and carry 1 up. So, and put the decimal point as it is. So, it's 1 and something else. 1 and here we have 3 forever. So, here it is. Look at the choices. Which one of them? Let's try them. Number 1 cannot be because we have 1 and more than 1. 3.7 cannot be. 0.37, no, we have a whole. And 1, then 1 over 30. This is the correct answer. And how do we know it? As we said, we will get 1 as a whole, then we have decimal beside it, not any one of them. So 1 over 30 and 1 divided by 30, we will get 0.333. Okay. Question 3. Subtract 5x squared plus y squared minus 3xy plus 1 from 6x squared minus 2xy plus 3y squared. When you see subtract from, immediately switch the order. So we are going to start from this term. Then minus the other expression, not term expression. Here it is. We wrote the second expression at the beginning and the first expression at the second. And here we have minus. And as you know, when I have minus before anything, that means I have to change all the signs for each term of them. So actually it will be 6x squared as it is, negative 2xy as it is, plus 3y squared as it is. Then change the sign of each one of them. Here this 5 will be negative 5. And positive y squared will be negative y squared. Negative 3xy will be positive 3xy. And positive 1 will be negative 1. Then let's pick the same or the like terms with green. Okay, here we have 6x squared. And do we have any x squared? Nothing. Here we have minus 5x squared. 6x squared minus 5x squared equals 1x squared, and no need to write 1, of course. Then the second, we are going to talk about negative 2xy. This one and this one. So negative 2xy plus 3xy equals 1. Sign of bigger, which is positive 3, then subtract them. Or 3xy minus 2xy, which is 1xy. Then three y squared and negative y squared. 3y squared minus 1y squared equals 2y squared for the purple color. And the last number is for negative 1. I put it as it is. So the final answer, here it is. X squared plus xy plus 2y squared minus 1. Then use the distribution property, find the value of, and we have this expression. What does it mean, distribution property? I have a number multiplied by something, and inside plus or minus. What is the repeated number here? As you can see, 27 over 16 is repeated, then plus 27 over 16 times 11 over 7, then minus 27 over 16. So I'm gonna write 27 over 16 out of the brackets. Here it is. Then from the first term we have 11 over 7. The second term we have 11 over 7. And between them plus, here it is. Then the third term we have 6 over 7, and here we have negative. Then do the brackets first, then multiply by 27 over 16. 11 plus 11, here we have the same denominator, we can do it mentally. 11 plus 11, which is 22, minus 6 equals, here it is 16 over 7. And we have now multiplication, so we are going to cancel the same number up and down, simplify. So 16 with 16, it will be 27 over 7. Then, in question 4, here we have A. Simplify to the simplest form, 2x minus 3 times 2x plus 3 plus 7, and calculate the numerical value of the result when x equals -1. Here we have the same quantities, okay? But the difference is between, or the difference is only for the minus and plus inside the bracket. So we are going to write them as squared minus squared. The first one, which is 2x to the power of 2, or squared, minus the second one squared. What about 7? Keep 7 as it is. Don't touch 7. 7 is written. I'm talking about only this bracket. So I'm going to square each one of them. Then in middle, I'm going to put minus. Then let's do it. This 2 means, or this power of 2 means 2x times itself 2 times. 2x times 2x will give us 4x squared. Then minus 3 to the power of 2 means 3 times 3, not 3 times 2. Take care. 3 to the power of 2 means 3 times 3. So here we have -9 plus 7. We are going to simplify it. -9 plus 7 will give us -2. So here 4x squared minus 2. Now let's replace x with -1. This is the second part of the question. Okay? Find the result when x equals -1. Instead of x, we are going to put -1. So here it is 4, then -1 to the power of 2 minus 2. -1 to the power of 2 means -1 times -1, which is +1. Negative times negative is positive. Then 4 minus 2 is 2. So the final answer is 2. Next, find 3 rational numbers that lie between 1 over 2 and 1 over 3. Here we have, let me do it here. I'm gonna rewrite half and 1/3 to make them the same denominator. So I'm gonna multiply by 3 up and down, and here multiply by 2 up and down. My target is to make them have the same denominator. So it will be 3 over 6 and 2 over 6. Can I put any number between 2 over 6 and 3 over 6? It's hard to do. So I'm gonna multiply by any big number, any number, to make them bigger, to insert some numbers between them. So here we have, I'm gonna clear this. For example, I picked to multiply 6 over 6, which is 1. It doesn't affect. So I'm going to multiply by 6 over 6 for each number. We will get 18 over 36. And here also we will multiply by 6 over 6. Teacher, can we multiply by any number else? Which is 1, of course. 7 over 7, yes, of course. 8 over 8, yes, of course. So it will be 12 over 36. Now, can I insert some numbers between 12 over 36 and 18 over 36? Yeah, it's easy to do. After 12, we have 13, 13 over 36, 14 over 36, 15 over 36, and also we can write 16 over 36, 17 over 36, because they are all less than 18 over 36. That's what you have to know it to make them same denominator, then multiply by the same number up and down to make it bigger. If you cannot insert some numbers between them. Then Question 5. Divide 2x to the power of 3 plus, let's do it, 2x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared minus 4x minus 6 divided by 2x plus 3. First, 2x to the power of 3 divide by 2x. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and no need to write the 1 here because we have variables. X to the power of 3 divide by x to the power of 1. In division, we are going to subtract the exponent, so it becomes x to the power of 2. Let me write 2. Well, x to the power of 2. Then multiply x to the power of 2 times 2x, which is 2x to the power of 3. In multiplication, add the exponents. Then x to the power of 2 times 3, which is 3x to the power of 2. And here we have plus. That is the first step. Divide, then multiply. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. When we have long division, we have 4 steps. Now, we are going to subtract them. To subtract, that means we are going to change all the signs. So this one will be negative, and here will be negative. Then cancel both of them. And here 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0. Then bring down the other, which is negative 4x minus 6. Let's repeat the steps again. Negative 4x divided by 2x equals negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4x. Then negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Then change the signs. In subtraction means change the sign. So I'm going to put this one positive and this one positive. Then cancel them with each other. So the remainder is 0. That's all about today's revision. I hope it was clear. Be ready for the test. Good luck, inshallah. Bye-bye.